Hello, everybody. How are you, everybody? I'm waiting for somebody. What's up? Just waiting to do a short live video with Mama Bear. Oh, I'm sorry. Gentlemen, how are you? Good afternoon. It's almost afternoon there. It's still morning, maybe, but I'm just doing live with, I'm trying to do live with Angeline. I don't know what happened. She might be busy. You're welcome, lady. Lady. How is everybody doing on a Saturday afternoon? About to be afternoon. It's my Friday evening, and I'm gonna be rolling tonight. And I'm gonna be doing a little bit of live with Mama Bear. We're gonna try something different. I'll be driving at nighttime. It's a little bit not dangerous, but it's a little bit different. You can't really see outside that much, but you may be able to see the stars because I'm in the area where there's not a lot of city lights. I'm still in Arizona. I don't really do this live stuff, but I'm learning how to do it. Mama Bear wants me to improve my communication with you guys. She knows my dreams, and I'm just little by little, I'm building a correlation of what my purpose and my goal in the future. And I do things that a lot of you guys don't understand, but a lot of you guys feel like it's benefiting you, but actuality, it's uniting the generation that's actually running the country. You know, it's not the rich people that's running the country. It's everyday people in the Philippines that's working to just get to have something, some food on the table. I understand that, guys. And what I'm trying to do, I'm using the platform. First of all, I want to tell everybody that originally I thought it was going to be my mother who's going to lead the nation. She was a very powerful woman, and she was very exceptionally. She know how to talk to people. She know how to communicate. But I guess because during that time, you know, she was a woman. It was difficult to be a leadership as a woman. But all since I was a little boy, I've always had a whisper in my head say, "You will go back to the nation you were born to lead the nation under God." And I shouldn't be telling everybody this, but yeah, that's my goal, is to gain popularity among my people in the Philippines, so that I will do God's will, whatever He wants me to do. Hold on, guys. I don't know how to do this, but anyway, I just want to let everybody know that when I'm talking in live, I'm talking for the goodness. I have no plan. I really don't have no what do you call that? What I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do. This is all freestyle. Everything that I'm saying is coming out from my mind right now. It's not a sketch. It's not a scam where everyone prepared themselves to do live. I'm learning how to just. I'm just trying to show everybody who I am. Okay, I've been judged a lot. I've been judged a lot about people that surround me. I've been judged a lot with people who's in my relationship. But you know, how's Alta Atiara? I guess she's doing good. She's got a new boyfriend. I'm not her boyfriend no more. I'm not in relationship with Ira. She chose that. I didn't do that. She did that. It's not me that made Ira go back to Manila. That was her choice. But we're not here to talk about Ira or anything like that. All I'm here is to introduce myself to you. Okay? Everyone knows who Papa Bear is. I'm a very generous person. That's one of my language love. I love to give when I can, because I am so blessed with receiving from God goodness. Okay? And I know there's a lot of people there that's struggling. And unfortunately, I would be considered a foreign because I didn't grow up in the Philippines, but I was born in the Philippines. I was raised there the first 8 years of my life, which is the foundation roots of a child, how that child is going to become. My Lola was there, who put strict rules and remind me that my body was a temple. Even though I'm not a girl that can just open her leg and get pregnant, I'm still the same way the Bible said, your body is your temple. So, you know, I didn't have outside marriage sex until I was married at 21 years old. And there's a lot of people in America that didn't believe that I was a virgin when I was a virgin in high school. But I said, yeah, I I was. I I mean, I had a lot of pressure, peer pressure from, oh, they made fun of me, they bullied me because I was still a virgin. You can't get a girl, blah blah blah, and all that. But it was not matter of trying to get a girl. It was just a matter of my Lola teaching me that your body is your temple, and I learned to grow knowing who Jesus is, and in the Catholic world. But I'm just telling everybody that you know what you see and what I do is because I genuinely love people, okay? And a lot of people mistaken my love in the Philippines that, like a lot of foreigners do. They donate money for them, and a lot of Filipino are really grateful for that because they have a chance to feed their family, okay? I kind of like a foreigner, but I know I understand the, the, the hardship. I understand how hard it is to be a single mother in the Philippines. I do. And when I give you a little blessing, I don't think it's a lot, but when I do give you blessings, it's there's no need nothing in return from me. Okay? I just want you guys to know that I give it for the goodness of my heart because of God. My number one dream when I was a little boy is let me be rich enough so I can give to others like my Lola did. You know, my Lola was known for being generous, but she's also been known for being very strict woman. You know, if you lie to her, if you say something you're gonna do and you don't accomplish, my Lola would be all over you. I'm kind of like that, but not as crazy as my Lola. My Lola is crazy, and but she was a woman that the community in Bye Bye respected because that was her legacy, and because of that, my mom was became her legacy, and now I'm becoming my mother's legacy. So it's going on generation to generation. The community know who really tries to, uh, you know, even when I went home in 2018 to bury my sister, I was already known in my community in Bye Bye, and I was really surprised. But there are some people there that I've met in Bye Bye in the community that I didn't know who they were, but they know who I am. And that was because of my Lola. My Lola made a big impact of generation to next generation, people in the community, and respecting the name of our name. I'm not saying we're not. We're not. I'm not saying we're better than them, but God created. God created that position for our family in the Philippines. We're very well known in my community. It's not a big like city life in Manila or anything like that, but it's like more a country area. And it does feel good. It does feel good, but it feels awkward because I said I haven't been here since I was 6, 7 years old, and yet the next generation already know who I am. Is it's it's unbelievable for me because all my life I lived my life in America, doing my thing, raising my children, married for 28 years, uh, doing what the opportunity that America has. Unlike the Philippines, the poor people in the Philippines stay poor. They don't have a chance to advance. They don't have a chance to. And there is a lot of people I know for a fact Filipinos are very intelligent, they're very smart. But unfortunately, the rich people stay rich because they educate their children, they teach it, and that's what I'm trying to do with my family. My mother did that. She raised my cousin. They're doctors, lawyers, and teacher and nurses. You know, the typical profession that every Filipino mother and father would want them to. But unfortunately, there's so many people who has that talent to be smart and brilliant, and they don't have that opportunity. Like, they don't have sponsor like me. You know, it's really hard. It's really hard for everybody. I'm just saying, look, guys. You know, I want to be able to make a change. I want to put a footprint of my life in the Philippines because that's what I feel the calling what God wants me to do. But little by little, I'm just learning. I'm relearning the language. I guess I'm gonna be more of a Tagalish, speaking Tagalog and English mixed in. But I did that when I was a little boy. I was speaking Tagalog and English when I went to America. But I just want to say thank you for everybody's support for helping me. And you know what? It gives me pleasure when I donate a little money to your child, especially Indai. I love Indai because she's very grateful to me and Mama Bear. She's very thankful everything that we do for her, and Emmeline too. But Indai, she's a special walk walk girl. Indai is she's very special because you know she's a single mom and taking care of her mother. Bless her heart, taking care of her own children and taking care of her mother at the same time. And that admires me. I admire that from Indai. I'm not saying Inda is my favorite. No, I'm just saying Inda I admire for her hard work and determination and her gratitude, especially her gratitude. And I keep reminding Inda, I said, look, Inda, thank you for giving me praises about my donation to you. But I tell her, give it to the Lord so He can bless you even more. You know? I keep telling everybody, I said, I love the appreciation that you give to me, but in reality, all glory belongs to God. You know, who's that? Me too, single. Look, I just want to say I do things different because okay, let me explain to you how Sonnie Boss got involved with YouTube. It wasn't intentionally, but it was a healing process for me. Okay, in 2022, my wife said something that I thought I would never hear. Okay, I want everybody to know this. I love this woman for 28 years. I sacrificed not being home like a sailor, a fisherman. a person who goes abroad to provide for a family. But at the same time, I really did enjoy my job. I enjoy my lifestyle. It wasn't a job no more. It was considered a lifestyle. And we both knew that. Because in the beginning, when I first started driving trucks, I was able to bring her, my wife, because we only had one baby. So the baby and her rode with me for, she was with me traveling for 2 weeks. And then she had to face reality that she can't do that, taking care of a baby in a truck, a small environment. I mean, it's really, truck is really small. It's just got a bed and a little bit to move around, but I'm comfortable with it. I've, 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 that's my lifestyle. And so, during that time, I started making babies. We started creating more and more family. I end up with 7 children at the in the end, and I would have had 9, but she had 2 miscarriage. So 7 is what I end up with her. And I guess when the children grew up and had their own life, she missed out being young. She missed out. I don't know what she was thinking, but she missed out partying, hanging out with people, because for so long she was in the house by herself, not by herself, with the children, I mean, and she didn't work because I provided for everything. She didn't have to work. That was the point of me being gone, so she can uh, concentrate more on teaching the children the right way. I mean, even though Papa wasn't there, they knew who Papa was. And then when I did go home, yes, I did get the royal treatment. Yeah, because even my children knew about, Papa's coming home, and they're all really excited. Like right now, since my divorce, I haven't been home for almost 1 year in North Carolina. But I have to go home the end of this month. And especially my baby girl, uh, she's waiting for me to come home. I don't really have a home to come home because I made the home. My truck is my home. I've done that. And so when I'm going back to North Carolina, which is considered my home, but it's really not my hometown, Philippines is my heart now. But when I do come home, my I really don't have a place to call my home in North Carolina no more. I got rid of the house. She's in another place. I don't know where my ex-wife is, but I have a lot of things that I need to take care of, and I might just have to rent a hotel, or I'm comfortable in my truck, but you know, I'll have the engine on running, and then you know, I might just, I don't know. I'll probably stay with Serena, even though she only have a 1 bedroom apartment, a real small place. Yeah, she'll probably just let me sleep in the sofa. But if not, it's okay. I have money, and then I'll just stay in the hotel for the time I'm there until I go back on the road. But right now, guys, you know how much you guys depend on me to give a little donation so you have extra money for food. I'm not here to pay your bills, okay? You're not my girlfriend, and Everyone who asks, "Oh, I need to pay my Wi-Fi," well, that's not my problem. Okay, I my biggest thing is as for a single mom, I can't imagine how they're stressed out, how they're gonna supply food on the table, how they're gonna be able to have money for school activities and school supply. I get it, but as far as me paying your electric bill, paying your other bills, that's not what I'm about. I'm about here to help you ease the pain of, and stress how your children are to be able to eat because Filipinos, we eat a lot. I mean, that's what keeps us going. Okay, so guys, look, I appreciate your support and you getting to know who I am, and I simply just love everybody that I'm connected to, you know. And I didn't finish the story of how I got involved with YT. Well, so here's the story. I was in my darkest moment in my lifetime that I ever experienced, being abandoned, being alone, and no one's there. Even my children abandoned me because of their mother. Their mother, they choose to be on the mother's side, which is fine. It's okay. They don't know who I am because I've been on the road. I've been gone. So they only know who their papa is, but they don't personally every day see me face to face, just like God. I've never seen God, but I know He is there, and I know He's alive because of me living. Okay, I just want to express my feelings to everybody right now to let you know that my name. I changed my name from Daddy Sunshine to Papa Bear because no one could call me by Daddy Sunshine. Okay, that wasn't my rule. That was somebody' rule who made my name to be Daddy Sunshine. So I decided to call myself Papa Bear, a papa, which I am. I take care of a lot of people, and I'm a bear. I'm strong, and I will protect my family. That's how I got my name to be Papa Bear, not Daddy Sunshine. Although I am a son, you know, that's my name, Sonnie. But anyway, I got involved with YouTube because in my darkest moment, I had really nothing going on. And I decided to go to YouTube, and that became my entertainment. After I got off work, I come home to a lonely place where no one's around, just me, and no one would call me. And I really didn't have anything going on, but I was comfortable. I learned how to be alone by myself. I realized I don't need anyone to make me happy. So I went to YouTube, and then YouTube had this thing where I clicked on uh, live. I don't know what live means. I really didn't. And then the first person I saw happened to be Maurice. And I saw her and I said, "Oh, she's talking English. She's speaking English. I understand her. I mean, I can, okay, so she had me for a little bit and she's talking, wow, wow, blah, 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 blah. Some girls are very good at talking. And I just sit there and watch her. I'm like, wow, she's very interesting. She's a Filipino. That's my people. I was like, yeah. because she's already had experience with foreigner guys, so she knows how to talk to the world. She knows how to talk to the world. Her mindset, Marie's mindset, is not just in the Philippines. She has experience with being around the surrounded. And I was just watching her, and then I saw this little icon, on the message board, little chat board. It said, "Say hi." And I looked. Okay, I just pushed the button. Boop. I just pushed the button. Boop. Say hi. And then it was so wonderful when she said, "Hello, Sonnie. How are you? Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Did she just say my name? Did 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 that girl just say my name?" And she did. And I was like, "She see me. She see me." And I got excited because the first time in a long time somebody see me. I was in my darkest moment. I was by myself. I felt like no one knows I exist. So I respond back on the chat, and she would come back and said, "Oh, you're Filipino and you live in America. Wow." And that's how. And then she wasn't even monetized. She was an upcoming, she was an upcoming YouTuber. I think she had maybe 700 or 1,000 subscriber. And so I was every day that she was on, she'd be on during the daytime and then doing during the nighttime. She was on almost 24/7. So she was my connecting. I get up in the morning, she was on. I go done for the day, she was on. I mean, she knows the timing, not just the Philippine timing. She was timing around the world, and she worked very hard to get where she is now. And we became really good friends. She see me through what happened, and I met my ex from her. I would have, if I did know Maurice, I would have never met my ex. Okay, and Maurice know that I didn't want to be involved in any relationship. She knew that from the beginning. I just admire her entertainment. I admire her talking. And then she got into karaoke. And I got into it too. And then I started seeing other people. And I'm like, wow, Philippines are amazing. And that's how I become. And then all of a sudden, I started donating because I had money. I just had nowhere to spend my money. I'm not a spender. I don't, I don't try to, you know, buy materialistic things. Before, I had to take care of family. Now my family are grown up and they can take care of themselves. So I was working for just whatever. So I started donating in the super chat. I didn't know in the beginning, but I learned that I can give money and they can receive money. But later on, I found out they don't see that money but once a month if they make over 100. So I started learning how to do PayPal. I started PayPaling people so they can get a blessing that week or that day so they can buy food. I never asked nothing in return. And some of the women there, I'm not going to mention, but you know, because I gave them a PayPal, In response, I get picture of their backpack, which I never asked. And I respond back. I said, "Yeah, beautiful backpack, but no need. You don't need to do that. Just take care of your family. Take care of your children. I don't ask nothing in return. All I ask is gratitude from God. Just say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I want." And Angeline knows that. She has access to my world. I mean, everything. So when any woman sends me uh, a picture of their private, she don't know, and she'll call you out. So I'm not. I'm in love with Angeline, Mama Bear. She knows that. It's like she can say, "Let me see your phone." I said, "I'll give it to her. Here, here's my phone. I have nothing to hide. There's no reason for me to hide anything. I know what I want, and I get what I want. I have what I want. So here." She knows I was talking to Ira. I mean, my ex. She knows. She knows about that. She read it. She read everything that my ex says to me. I just want Angeline to know that I'm not like the others that she'd had before. I'm not her ex. And Angeline is it's a wonderful mother. She's a single mom. She did what she had to do, work abroad for a couple years, missed out on her children. And when I came to her picture, she was thinking about going back abroad. But I said, your children is in college right now, so maybe you should just stay in the Philippines. She said, I need to make money so I can provide for them. I said, don't worry, I'll help you take care of them. I will provide. I said, I told Angeline when she became my girlfriend, I want to provide for you. I want to be the man that you always was looking for, someone to take care of you and the family. So now everybody knows who Papa Bear is. I never, I never thought a lot of people would know me, but it just happened. Anyway, I enjoy every single one of you guys that I donate. If I donate to you, it's not because you're beautiful, because all Filipinos or Pinay and Pinoy, we're so fucking beautiful. Okay? So I didn't give you money because of your beauty. I gave you money because of your pure loving entertainment. I love when you entertain me. Okay? And I'm gonna let you know, if you're just gonna sit there in the camera trying to look beautiful, which I don't care what you're trying to do. If you're gonna sit there and don't do nothing but just do that, it's not gonna work. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna have some guys who's pervert, but if you're gonna go on camera, be entertaining. Okay? Be entertaining. That's all I say. You want to get money from me, you can. You can. Just entertain me. If I'm in your channel and you see my name, I'm not there. I want to see what you. I mean, I want to see you perform. That's what the YouTube is not for making money to beg from people. It's not. It's for you to perform. And then if you do really good, whether you're talk, what, blah, blah, talking, and you have a content that you want to talk about, that's very good. And then if you're a singer, you love to sing, that's very good. I like to watch that. But if you're just gonna sit there and thinking that you can make money from YouTube by just going to sleep, let I don't like that. I really don't understand. Why would you want to do live and people see you sleep? That doesn't make sense. I get it. You want to do your watch hour, continue your watch hour so you can maintain, but sleeping should never be live because your soul is not with your body. And God, I'm telling you guys, when I see somebody sleeping and doing live, I don't stay long enough to watch it. I swipe because that's a sacred thing you do. That's when you're supposed to be with God. When you're asleep, you're not thinking. And then this one time I was watching live in America side, and this girl, she had a really big boobs, and she was sleeping, and I just happened to watch it. I just happened to be there at the right time, and her boobs popped out, and she's still sleeping. Do you want that to happen to you? You wear something, and then you're sleeping, and you're doing live, and then your boob pop out. That's so embarrassing, guys. That's not good. Don't do live sleeping. If you fall asleep while doing live, okay, maybe I can understand that. But if you intentionally do it, all right, guys, I'm gonna go to lay down, take a nap, I'm gonna go to sleep. That's wrong. I don't like when I go swipe and I see somebody. Nobody should see that. Nobody should see your soul sleeping. All right, guys. I want to tell everybody this is me, Papa Bear, Sonnie Boss, Filipino in America. I love all my supporters. I love my baby bears. They're there helping me, and they're really. I feel I feel good with my baby bears, and I work hard. I do. I really work hard for my baby bears. Do I give them allowance? Yes, I do. They know that. They're not my girlfriend. They're my babies. They're not my girlfriend, guys. They're my babies. Every single one of them who's involved in my circle, they know I'm Papa, and Angeline is Mama. They know that, and I let Angeline handle the money. She has access to my money. which I don't really care because money is nothing to me. It's just a, it's just what I'm blessed with, and she knows. And I'm gonna tell you guys who is in my circle are genuine people that really care about the purpose, the mission, what I'm trying to accomplish. They know what I want to do. Not everybody in YT knows, but they do. They know what I want to accomplish, and they're with me. They're my cheerleaders. They're my secretary. They're everything that I need. They're anything I want done, they will do it. Not because I just give them money. I do give them money because I want to feed and take care of their children, their needs. Okay? I'd rather do that than just give to a random person. So that's why they're very loyal to me. Not only because I give them money, because they know Papa Bear works hard to pray. They pray for me. Look, I'm getting younger. I don't know why my black hair, I mean, my white hair is going back to black because they're praying for Papa Bear. They're praying for their papa. I'm the papa. Angeline is the mama. And they respect mama. So when they need money or they need help, whatever it may be, they don't go to papa. They go to mama because they know not to go to me. They know to go to mama. If you need any help, if you need something, with school, go to mama, not papa. Papa is too busy making money for everybody. I don't need no drama. I don't need no one to get attached to me, okay? But mama is not a jealous woman. She knows. She knows how much I love her. She does. She knows. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. I love my baby bears. They're there in the morning, they're there in the afternoon. I don't know how they do it, but they stay connected, okay? And I know they're loyal to me, okay? Not just to me, but to the bear family, okay? I see the gratitude. I see, like, Indai. Oh, Papa Bear, thank you so much. Before, I just used to eat sardines and little rice, whatever rice we can get. And I'm like, now I give her a little money. I mean, a little blessing like allowance. Oh my goodness, she's buying fish, chicken, and it makes me really happy when I see what you do with the money. The blessing that I give to all my baby bears, they always say, Papa Bear, thank you so much. I bought this. Papa Bear, I buy school supply for my daughter. Papa Bear, it makes me happy. But I always reminded them that, okay, thank you for the gratitude, but always put God first. Give the gratitude to my Father, our Father in heaven, because He's the one that blessed me to be able to do what I do and take care of you. Because, as a single mom, it's hard. It's hard to do everything by yourself. But Angeline did it. I admire her. She's my hero. She had two children and raised no help from the man that got her pregnant. And the reason why I'm married to my second wife for 28 years. I was never in love with her. I was never in love with that woman. But I got her pregnant, and I consulted my Lola, and she was my second wife. And my Lola said, "Well, you made your bed, so you have to do the right thing and take care of your baby." I said, "Lola, I don't even know if I want to marry her. It's too late." That's what she said to me. It's too late. It's not, my Lola said, it's not that uh, you don't know if you want to marry her. You have no choice. You have to marry girl. You have to marry her before the baby is born. We don't do that in our family. She said we don't do that. If you get married, if one of my daughter, or yeah, she said if any of my daughter gets pregnant and they're not married, they will be married before the baby is born. I mean, I was in America when that happened. My Lola, I just listened to my Lola, guys, and I learned to love her. I learned to love this woman, and I learned how to put her first, put her, and I started making children. I love when she was pregnant. I love a pregnant woman. That's my fetish. I love when a woman who's pregnant because I realize she's vulnerable. She needs a man. When a woman's not pregnant, she said, "I can do everything by myself. I don't need you." But when a woman is pregnant, she really needs someone there to protect not just the baby, but her and the baby. And plus, when my wife was pregnant, she was glowing. She know I was there. And, and I did. That's why I have so many babies, because I love her being pregnant. I do. Nothing changed. I mean, matter of fact, she was more horny. More horny when she was pregnant. But anyway, that's the story of my life. I really love that woman. I still love her, but I don't wanna go back. I don't go back. Once somebody leaves me, she left me for a 27-year-old man. She left me. She fucked another 27-year-old man, half her age, 52. But anyway, I guess, that's why when I hear someone said, "Oh, age ain't nothing but a number." Bullshit. Bullshit. Age is a big difference. You're in a different generation, guys. I'm not going to be looking for a woman same age as my daughter. No. But anyway, it's just me. I mean, that I don't know. I watch YouTube and I see a 60-year-old man with somebody who's 28 and 30 years old with five children, different papa, and this old man to just take him in. I won't do that. No, I'm not taking a young girl and try to be at 60 years old somebody's papa, and they're running around 8, 10, 12 years old. No, no, I have my own children. I saw that. I mean, I raised them. I'm not raising somebody's children. But Angeline has two babies, They're both in college, and I support them. They know I'm not their papa, but they know I love their mama, and they know I'm gonna take care of their mama. That's all they really care. They don't care to have a father. Oh, take care of me. They can take care of themselves, just like my children can take care of themselves. Okay, we'll see you later, and thank you guys. I'm not reading the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm learning, but I just want to let you know this is my beginning. I'm just trying to be blah blah because I don't really sing. Not that I can't sing. I just don't have the time or the patience to do what other singers do. You know, I'm not a singer. I'm a worker. I love to drive. I'm a driver. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your support. I love you guys. I really do. I love my Filipino family. I really do. I can relate to all of you guys. I understand. And hopefully one day I'll make a footprint in the Philippines so everybody know the legacy, my legacy was trying to change the way in the Philippines are. We are so smart. We are so talented. And we're funny. Not just funny, but we can sing. But there's a lot of young Filipino, they want to be somebody like their idol. What about yourself? Know who you are. Love yourself so you can be the original and not copy. We're very good in karaoke. We sing other people's songs. Learn how to sing for you, your voice, your style, your way. Anyway, enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the Saturday. I'm going to take a nap. Maybe I'll be back later, but God is good.